Oh my word. Good night, good night, good night. Good evening, good night, good morning. Good evening, good night, good morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Munchie B Talks Politics. This is your girl, Munchie B. Welcome, welcome, welcome. As you come in, guys, please to click on the like button and share the live so the others can know that Munchie B is here. What time is it? 8:31. Yeah, good time. Good time. Come never come on last night, so good. Wagwan. Good night, Travis Davis. Good night, 5 star General Upper General. Or no good night for tell you. Bad night for tell you what them the emoji they mean. Anyway, welcome guys. Sorry. Click on the like button as you know come here. People, I'm gonna share the live because tonight my blood a boil hot, 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 hot. My blood a boil hot for Mark Jefferson Gold. I never come for him tonight, you know. I have my script tonight because I sat and I listened to the town hall meeting last night in Ochi, and I listened and I make sure so I try to take notes and try to do my local research. Me never combo Mark Golden tonight, you know, Wendy. Me never combo Mark Jefferson Golden tonight until me hear the news broadcast from Mark Jefferson Golden. Me never combo out him. So people, I'm going to share the live there, please and thanks. I'm going to share the live because I know as soon as I get my 100 people, I start. Me not take long to start at all. Me not taking long to start. 100 people, Munchie B, I go start. So I'm going to share the live, please and thanks. Share up the live and make we talk about it. Because can you imagine labor rights? The people who reach already, can you imagine Mark Jefferson Golden, the white man, the man Mark Golden, when him and his family protest against poor people when the government tried to relocate poor people beside his father establishment? Eh? The Mark Jefferson Golden, who him and his parents protested against the poor people living beside his father place. That Mark Golden, I go say labor right now, I'm not shame. He Mark Golden, how dare you? How dare you, Mark Jefferson Golden, fix your mouth and talk, but we don't have no shame. Eh? You know what shame mean? You know what shame, Mark Golden? You have shame, you, Mark Jefferson Golden, who told the people of Jamaica that you was born in Jamaica and all know we can't see your birth paper. And you don't have no shame because Jamaican people reject you. Jamaica PNP did a poll and the people of Jamaica said we don't want the British citizen as our prime minister, and I know you can't take up yourself and go on back to your country. I know you, Mark Jefferson Golden, cannot take up yourself and go on back to your country over Britain after the people of Jamaica via a poll told you that we do not want you in our country. The overwhelming majority of the people of Jamaica told you, Mark Jefferson Golden, that we don't want any British citizen as our prime minister. And before you go on about your business, you double down. What you mean by labor right now have no shame? You think you're going to get prime ministership by default? A prime minister you want to become but any other country? Any other country? Any other country? Andrew Wellness would be disqualified. Which other, any other country you would have gone? Any other country you would have pick up yourself and go back out to Britain? If it was any other country, you and your antecedents would have packed up yourself and go on back to England. If it was any other country, you as a white man, if it was any other country, Mark Jefferson Golden, you as a white British man with a British passport and a British citizenship and a British family, a man who have all his assets hidden away in a foreign trust, you would have gone back to your country. Because a long time PJ see a black man time. So if it was any other country, you would lead the People's National Party. If it was any other country, you, Mark Jefferson Golden, would not be leading the People's National Party. It is because the PNP is a criminal organization, and the PNP is about money. Make you go and you bought that position. You're out of that. But labor rights don't have no shame. Me glad some me one proud labor right we don't have no shame. I am one proud labor right who has absolutely no shame. Because if it was any other country, you, Mark Jefferson Golden, would not be in parliament. After you and Omar Davis sat in the room and created FinSac, after you and Omar Davis bankrupt the country, after you and Omar Davis watch 40,000 businesses went under you and Omar Davis watch people come analyze themselves. You go talk about Jamaica Labour Party not have no shame, and you not have no shame because the Jamaican people don't like you. You, Mark Jefferson Golden, you don't have no shame because you go around the country for 4 years, 5 years you go around the country and you still have to make the rounds again because the people of Jamaica, based on the poll that was done by the PNP, the people of Jamaica don't want it, then yeah, see you. And all we on this side know that Jamaican people don't want you because Dayton, Campbell and the Gleaner cannot release one single poll. All we know is that the people of Jamaica are reject the PNP because the Gleaner and Dayton Campbell cannot release one single poll. Right now, them are wait and a cook up and they have done and this in the room and try cook up something. Now that they hear say blue that in the field, me a put it on say Dan Anderson gone out there too because they can't afford the people of Jamaica to get the facts. Talking about labor rights that have no shame. We are proud of labor rights with absolutely no shame. We are proud, dirty labor right, Mark Jefferson Golden, with absolutely no shame. And we make no apology. We make no apologies. We are shamelessly fixing the country that you and, where my name, Omar Davis mash up. We are shamelessly fixing the economy where Percival, Omar, and you bankrupt. We are shamelessly fixing the economy that you made your money on the back of poor people under Omar Davis and Percival Noel James Pattison. We have no shame. We have no shame when we are renovating the police stations. We have no shame. When we are buying vehicles for the police, we have no shame. When we're investing in technology for the police, we have no shame. When we are buying vehicle for the Water Commission, we have no shame. We have no shame, Mark Jefferson Golden, when we are building the infrastructure of our country. We are doing shamelessly and we are proud. You can't guess like the people of Jamaica, Mark Golden. That is where you're going back to your talking points. Remember, I know people, and I say this every night because it is important for us to look at this. Mark Golden went to the parliament, and Mark Golden did a budget, a delusional pie in the sky budget. And him have all type of run with it policies. And every single time when Mark Golden and the PNP go on the political platform, they still talk about yesterday's news. Nobody's talking about the Prime Minister's statutory declaration, Mark Golden. Nobody's talking about no 28 bank account. That is last year news. Jamaica people have moved on. That is a 9-day wonder. Jamaican people not stay long for one topic. They're asking you what next. They're asking you, Mark Jefferson Golden, what are you bringing to the table? We see Andrew Holness giving out indigent houses. We see Andrew Holness opening up urban center. We see Andrew Holness turning on pipes. We see Andrew Holness breaking ground for infrastructure all across the country, cutting ribbons at hospital. We see Andrew Holness handing over how many things to the JCF. We see Prime Minister Holness doing tangible things for the people of Jamaica. What are you bringing to the table, Mark Jefferson Golden? Just empty rhetoric? What are you bringing to the people of Jamaica? You have absolutely nothing to offer. That is where you've gone back to your original talking points. That is where you're gone back to statutory declaration and IC and 28 bank account, because the people of Jamaica is asking you what else. And the people of Jamaica is now seeing that if Andrew Wallace have 28 bank account and Andrew Wallace have thief so many things, and we are get so many things done in the country, then what we say if in a thief? What was the PNP doing with taxpayer money under the 18.5 years of Percival Noel James Patterson? What was the PNP doing with taxpayers' dollar under the 4 years of Lucretia Simpson Miller? Because if Andrew Wallace can do so much in 7 years, because we're going to minus the 2 years of COVID and maybe 3 years too. How we had COVID 2020, 2021 and 2022. If the Prime Minister and the government can accomplish so many things, what was Percival, Omar, and Mark Golding doing with our tax dollars? You're talking about labor rights. Have no shame. We are proud. We, Mark Jefferson Golding, we are shameless and proud. We are shameless and proud. We are proud of our shameless government. Today was a historic moment in St. Thomas. The people of St. Thomas is thanking the shameless government under Andrew Michael Holness. The residents of St. Thomas is saying thanks to the shameless government, Andrew Michael Holness. The business community in St. Thomas is thanking the shameless government, one Andrew Michael Holness, shameless God. So we wear that badge of honor, Mark Jefferson Golding. We wear that with an honor. We don't care because you don't validate us. And the people of Jamaica see right through the PNP. You have absolutely nothing to offer. That constituency we are going to talk your goddamn nonsense. That same constituency was in the hand of the PNP for over 30 years. For 30 years, the PNP have that constituency in St. James. No water. Remember the PNP lay a pipe in that same constituency, and when they lose the election, they come back and take up the pipe. Remember the former mayor from that constituency thief every single government land. Remember under the PNP, the people them never have no water down there. The people and the farmers wasn't getting any help, any support. And those people in that constituency have been supporting the People's National Party for over 30 years. You did nothing. Mr. Kelly, I did absolutely nothing for the people in the constituency. No water, no infrastructure, no help to the farmer, no help to the young people. So when you say the Jamaica Labour Party, Labour right now have no shame, you're right. We have no shame. We have no shame. And we are proud. We are proud. We stand behind our shameless government under the leadership of Andrew Michael Holness while he shamelessly cut the ribbon at the St. Thomas Urban Center. We stand proudly behind our shameless Prime Minister, Dr. Andrew Michael Holness, while he hand over key to residents in the indigent program. We stand behind our Prime Minister shamelessly, while he hand over resources, technology, everything for the Jamaica Constabulary Force for them to do them work. We shamelessly stand behind our Prime Minister while crime is 40% down. We shame like a dog when we stand up behind the Prime Minister and hear say crime 40% down. Don't Labour right. We shame when we hear they say crime 40% down. We shame when we hear say unemployment 3.5% down. We shame like a dog when we stand up behind the Prime Minister and we hear the record amount of tourists who are coming out of the country. Mister, we shame like a dog when we see the road at St. Thomas. Shame me, Ton Queenie. We shame like a dog. All me, when me I drive on the tour road to come down from town to come to Manchester, me shame when me drive up on the Williamsfield leg. Me shame like a dog when me drive on the leg there, me not have to pay Barbara. I shame, you see? I shame like a dog when I turn off. I mean, I see a toll booth to collect my money. I shame. Jesus. When I go to Portmore and I drive past the Portmore Resilience Park, me shame like a dog when me see the park where the government a build. Me shame going right. We have no shame. We, the member of the Jamaica Labour Party, we shameless. We have absolutely no shame. You want to know when we shame Mark Golding? You want to know when we shame? Let me tell you when we shame. Last night at the town hall, Minister of Education, Dr. Dana Dixon, she got 8 minutes. She got 8 minutes to speak on education at the town hall. And let me tell you some of the things about we shame about Mark Golding. Under the Ministry of Education and the leadership of our shameless leader, Andrew Michael Holness, our government is now poor people pitney. Let me say poor people pitney. Poor people pitney, the alleged poor people PNP say, because Andrew Holness not call people poor, you know. Andrew Holness say opportunity is there for everybody. But since PNP love the word so much, guys, make we use it. Under Andrew Michael Holness, our shameless Prime Minister, who don't have no shame, now go to Saturday classes, maths and English, free of cost, with no cost to the parent, with no additional cost to their parents. That is what our shameless government is doing. No, under Andrew Michael Holness, if your child is struggling in math and English, enroll your child in Saturday classes free of cost. The government will pay those teachers, and your child can know and get the extra help that they need under our shameless leader, one Andrew Michael Holness. And that is not all, Mark Golding. Under the leadership of our shameless Prime Minister, who have no shame according to you, the extra holiday where the PNP used to give, because remember say PNP have nothing to do with now. Now under the leadership of our shameless, no shame leader. Yes, AI, if you don't want to stick by your business, but me proud. I am proud to be called a shame at the work of Andrew Michael Holness. Me would ashamed to. Me would ashamed to AI. Now, when it comes to summer holidays, when it comes to Easter holiday, when it comes to Ash Wednesday, Labor Day, now children in Jamaica can now go to school an extra week. An extra week. An extra week where the government will pay these teachers. So instead of sending home the pit them 1 week early in a Easter, if you go sit down a yard, then can go to school an extra week up until Easter Friday, Good Friday, because Good Friday not relevant. Up until Good Friday, picnic can go to school, and the government pay those teachers extra money to continue teaching for the extra week under Andrew Michael Holness. That is what you call a shameless government, right, Mark Golding? So we extend the school days, and we're paying for extra lessons for maths and English at the Ministry of Education under Andrew Michael Holness. Under Andrew Michael Holness, Mark Golding, this government have now engaged and almost signed a contract with a major technology company to provide internet for rural schools. All rural schools will have access to internet and computers and paid information technology teachers under the shameless administration, Mark Golding. Okay? Under this government, Mark Golding, this government come September morning will provide breakfast and lunch for underperforming schools. Yes, $1 billion allocated for breakfast and lunch for children attending underperforming schools. So remember, I know, they might get free bus. They might get free lunch and free breakfast. Internet will be at the school under Andrew Michael Holness. You talk about labourite have no shame. Labourite have no shame. We not have no shame when it comes to the work of the people of Jamaica. This government have no shame, and this government will not apologize for making the lives of the ordinary Jamaican people better under Andrew Michael Holness. So free breakfast and free lunch for underperforming schools. And when we talk about underperforming school, it's not we trying to stigmatize against school where children when not do exceptionally well. School who need an extra boost. School who need an extra boost. Like Mile Gully High, like Cross Keys, like Winston Jones, like Belfield. These are the children that were in Manchester. That's some of the children, some of the schools, because we have a lot of schools in Manchester. So these are just some of the schools that will benefit come September morning from the breakfast and the lunch program. $1 billion allocated for breakfast and lunch program under Andrew Michael Holness administration. So we talk about this government have no shame. We not have no shame when we have work with the people of Jamaica. Andrew Holness not have no shame when he might provide the necessities for the children of Jamaica. Because if you not have no shame, if you Mark Golding who make your money on the back of poor people, if you Mark Golding who presides over the greatest transfer of wealth from the poor to the rich, not have no shame. Oh, this government must have shame when we do good work for the people of Jamaica. Talk to me, Mark Golding. Make it make sense. If you not have no shame, if you Mark Golding not have no shame, when you are rape and rob the coffers under Omar Davis, if you Mark Golding have no shame when you collect your sweetheart deal from Omar Davis, if you Mark Golding have no shame when you hide your asset in a foreign trust, if you Mark Golding have no shame when you say you want a bunch of tapanaris I go run the country, how my nice, clean, hard-working government to make you gaslight we? If you never have no shame, Mark Golding, when you put chain on a black man neck, how my government who do so much things to change the life of the people of Jamaica fi have shame? Talk to me. Mark Golding, you are desperate. When we listen to you since night, Mark Golding, we realize that desperation is setting in. When I listen to Mark Golding today on the news, guys, and then me say, then want to Mark Golding agenda where my run pan. Want to him ballot box agenda. How he gone back to foolishness? How he gone back to semantics so close to the election? How is Mark Golding gone back, gone talk about garbage and nonsense? And when we hear Mark Golding, it's just desperation. It is just desperation. When we listen to the words coming from Mark Golding mouth, only thing we can say, this is a man who is fighting for his political life. This is a man who is at the edge of a cliff. The writing is on the wall, Mark Golding. Since night, me I listen to Anthony Hilton, Garon of Portland. You can hear it in his voice. Comrades, when you're voting, You must not vote because your parents used to vote for a party or because you're born to see this party. You must vote for progress. And when I look in this constituency, I don't see any progress. I may say, excuse me, is this Anthony Hilton from Seaview? Is this Anthony Hilton from the dirty nasty gully where one clean up a Seaview corner when they drive through Seaview, maggot and magic and stinking smell, plant mad to dry out your car? Is this Anthony Hilton where shit water running a Seaview? Is this Anthony Hilton where the gully, sandy gully, smell just like Riverton Dump? Is this Anthony Hilton who have the PNP people in a Callaloo bed and them from the dump? I know Anthony Hilton this. I had to, guys don't know me not see well. So I had to go in my bathroom and wash my eye with some hot water because the cold water didn't work. And anybody who live down here knows say water extra cold, no matter how hot in the sky. Manchester water go cold. So me have to get some hot water. Me have to turn on my pipe and turn on my pump and get some hot water. And sap me eye then, Joseph. And sap me eye. Cause me want me, and when me done sap me eye, me come back and me go up on TikTok and me really look out of my eye them. If a Anthony Hilton in a West Portland, I tell PNP people say they not for vote. Tell the people in West Portland say they not for vote for tradition, vote for the work. What work? What work, Anthony Hilton? What work? The people in a Seaview. The people in a Seaview stagnant. The people in a Seaview stuck. The people in a Seaview is living just like 1960s. What is he talking about? And Mr. Guys, in no bass in our voice, you know. He not have no bass in our voice because he can't say defeated. Oh, what I'm saying is that when you're voting, don't vote as tradition. Don't vote for the status quo. Vote for, and when I drive through Portland, I don't see any development. When you reach a Portland, or you pass through stinking Seaview and reach a Portland. Or you pass through stinking Sandy Gully and reach a Portland, Anthony Hilton. Or you pass through Riverton Dump and reach a Portland. Or you pass through the stinking PNP area, run a ugly park, run your division. Or you reach up West Portland, and which road you drive pan and go Portland, Anthony Hilton, and up on a nice clean highway where Andrew Holness just built. You should be ashamed of yourself, Anthony Hilton. You should be ashamed of yourself. Shame on you and the people in West Portland. Will never, ever, ever turn over that constituency to the PNP. Because remember when the tide was against the Jamaica Labour Party. In 2012, the people in West Portland stood with Darrell Vaz. So rest assured that they see they're one of the first, as a matter of fact, Anthony Hilton, you should never waste your gas. Because East and West Portland are the two first seats them a call election night, even before the Prime Minister seat. Even before Babsy and Wheatley seat. Even before Warmington seat. Eastern and Western Portland, them the two seats are the first seat a call election night. So you should never waste your gas and go around there. So go and go clean up Sandy Gully. Go and go clean up Seaview. Go and go call but the truck to remove the pit. Go draw some pit run a Seaview. Because pit water run, people are jump from their house to pit water to their house. We reach a Portland when Sandy Gully want clean. We reach a Portland when Riverton Dump want clean up. We reach a Portland when Callaloo Muse people are dead for hungry. Who make a housing? Who make house in a Riverton Dump? Nobody but the People's National Party. Who make apartments in a Riverton Dump? Nobody but the People's National Party. Because the PNP don't really rate PNP people. We had a Portland. Which road they drive and go around there? The road where Andrew Michael Holness built for the people of Portland and St. Thomas. The road that Portia Simpson Miller gave China lands and lands and lands. The road that Portia Simpson the plan for toll. And the same road that you, Anthony Hilton, drive and beat past and Ghana Portland pan. Remember under the PNP now, that road was supposed to be a toll road. Remember that the PNP was supposed to cut out the entire St. Thomas and go up to the hill so they can toll the road so PNP people can make money. Remember, it was Audley Shaw who went back to China and renegotiated the deal and make it possible for the people of St. Thomas to get a free road to drive pan, channeling the road through St. Thomas so we can have the urban center, so we can have housing and everything for the people of St. Thomas. We had to have Portland. Will you drive down around there? Come back and come clean up Sandy Gully. You are despicable. You are a disgrace. Now back to Mark Golding and the shameless labor rights. Now, Minister Dana Dixon last night in her presentation, she spoke about tertiary scholarships. And let me tell you something. This government under Andrew Michael Holness is a listening government. We listen to what the people of Jamaica is saying. And like Mark Golding, we had come out and I say, oh, when we form government, we and a bunch of tapanades. Where we have a listening government. And the young people said to the Prime Minister, we need help to go back to college, to university, to get our degree. And here the Prime Minister listen and the Prime Minister act. So tertiary scholarship, 2,000 students, 2,000 students, you know, got scholarship from the Ministry of Education to go to art, to do degree. 2,000. I know what kind of degree them are going to do? Construction degree. Because we don't have enough people doing construction, and that is why China Harbour and the Chinese is coming to take over the market. Because we don't have enough construction worker here, because all of the people who do construction, Ghana, Cayman, and Ghana, Bermuda, and Ghana, Barbados, because they're paying more. And we can't even blame them. We can't even blame them. Because the PNP mash up the economy so much, we couldn't afford to pay our construction workers more. So this government saw the plight and said, all right, then, anybody who want to do construction, come on board. We have the scholarship for you, $3 million, 2,000 students. And if you not have more than 2,000, any amount want come, let's go and get this done. This is our listening government. And not only scholarship for construction, we're doing scholarships for technology as well. Scholarship for STEM students as well. This government is a listening government. This government is a listening government. And when you go to heart, once you go up to level 4, you have money to get from the government. Once you go up to level 4, you have money to get from the government. And if you have a level 4 training in hairdressing, as a nail tech, any little skill you do, you can now get money from the government to start up your own small business. This government now just give you a fish. They might teach you to fish so you can fish for the rest of your life. That is a caring government. That is a caring government. We're providing scholarship under the Art Trust NTA for construction workers, for hairdressers, for plumbers. We are making sure that we educate our young people. So when you hear the PNP talk about time come, you just ask them the simple question. Time come for what? Time come for what? We're not, our government is not only telling people, say, go on art, go on art, go on art, and leave them alone. We're incentivizing them to go. We are making it possible for them to go. They don't have no excuse. We're getting, our government is giving them 13,000 for traveling and 15,000 for stipend. That is a caring government. That is a government that listens. That is a government that have plan for young people. And the PNP time, when me left school at 18, me never plan never left in place for me. Quick time me find my own plan. 9 months later, I was a mother. And even after me have my child, there was no opportunity for me to go back to school or to go anywhere else from the government. Now, under Andrew Michael Holness, when you find yourself pregnant in Jamaica, right across the 14 parishes, we now have centers in place so children can go back to school while being pregnant, still doing the CXC, and when they let up the baby, them can now go back to school. Cannot the government not only leave them after they have baby, no, they can bring them baby back, leave them baby at the government facility and go back to school. So when you hear the PNP say government now do nothing as it relates to education, ask them what are they talking about? What are they talking about, Petrona? When I got pregnant at 18, there was absolutely no opportunity for me. No, when you're 16, 17, 18, and you find yourself pregnant, you can now go to a woman's center. Have that, you can now still get an education while being pregnant. You can still sit your CXC while being pregnant. You can still continue with your schooling. Thanks to Andrew Michael Holness. I mean, I want to tell me, say, Woman Center was there under PNP. We did not have enough. They only had one woman center in under the PNP time. One single one. We used to wear black and white somewhere up on New Kingston, After Tree Road. I don't remember where the place is. I mean, I really know town good. One single one. No, women centers are right across the 14 parishes of Jamaica. So if you find yourself pregnant in a Manchester, you don't have to go a town. We have women's centers set up. We have things in place. The MP have things in place. You can go and get help. Ministry of Education have things in place. You can go and get help. And after you have that baby, you can have somewhere to leave your child and go back to school. When you talk about government not doing anything for education, what are you talking about? Government now have scholarship for construction. And we're not only just telling them to come, we have apprenticeship program. 300 students now under that program now. 13,000 for stipend, traveling, 15,000 for stipend. Under Andrew Michael Holness. So they talk about education. When they talk about when they talk to the PNP about education, all they can talk about is, oh, Michael Manley give free education. And I continue to say to the PNP, those persons who got the free education from Michael Manley, they migrated. Those persons who got the free education from Michael Manley, they left the country. Michael Manley sent them away under the 5 flight a day. Because when they finished the school, they had no job because Michael Manley was moving to communism and the teacher them couldn't find a job. So what free education are they talking about? 90% of the persons who got free education from Michael Manley left Jamaica. Less than 10% remain and try for bail. So the free education that Michael Manley give, it did not benefit the country. It cost the taxpayer of Jamaica millions of dollars because they did not stay. They did not stay to pass it forward. They did not stay to pass it forward. And by the time Michael Manley left By the time Michael Manley left government, he depleted every single dollar in the NIR. No money was left. Not a dollar. Not a dollar. So when you hear the PNP talking about free education from Michael Manley, they should be ashamed of themselves because he didn't benefit the country. It never benefit the country, Master Jam, because over 90% of the persons who got the free education from Michael Manley left. You know, check the diaspora. Check the diaspora and see all of the people in the diaspora, ask them when they left Jamaica. The people them in the diaspora now where I get problem I want to put in Mark Golden. You know, just ask them the question, when did you guys migrated? Ask them. Ask them when they left the country and see if I'm not under Michael Manley and under Percival. Ask them. Just ask them the question, when did you guys leave our country? Under Michael Manley and under Percival. So the free education did not benefit the people of Jamaica. That's why I'm not debate. That's why I'm not debate with Dibby comrade. Because we can back that up with facts. A quick Google search can tell us how many of the people that got free education stayed and built the country. How many of the people who got free education under Michael Manley stay and build the country? How much of them so think stay? They left. They left, Ali. They did not stay and build the country. They did not stay and pass it forward. They left. They left. So the free education that Michael Manley gave out did not benefit the country. Because by the time Michael Manley left office, our resources were finished and the people never had no job and they left. And the few who stay back, PJ Finn sacked them. The few that stayed back, Percival, Finn sacked them. So some left and some got poor. So when the PNP talking about free education, we need to mash that down. We need to mash that down. That did not benefit us. Because had they stayed, make a reason it out, guys. Make a reason it out. If all of them people who got trained and got free education under Michael Manley did stay, how comes the country never grew? How comes the country never grew under Percival? Where were those construction workers? Where are those people who got educated under Percival? Where them there? Where them they remember under 18.5 years of PNP, the country did not grow. So obviously we did not have the people to grow the economy. The doctors left, the nurses left, the teachers left, the engineers left, all of them left. All of them left, Tony, because of the policies of Percival, Noel, James Patterson, and one wrecking ball, Michael Manley. They left. And then we did not have the money to retrain the personnel. We did not have the money under Percival to retrain the young people. Because remember, Percival and Omar run the country so bad in the 90s that we did not have the money. We did not have the money to retrain the young people. So now Andrew Holness have to be starting from ground zero. Prime Minister Holness have to be starting from ground zero. We did not inherit any skilled worker from the PNP. And let me tell you about my parish where me from in East Rural St. Andrew. You see all of the young people up on my parish who are do construction and a Percival teach them. And then parents, they learn the skill from. Every single young person in my age group were born in the 80s who you see do construction now and learn it from them parents. Percival did not train not one single one of them. Not one of them. They got it from their parents. They were born with that skill. And because there was no job, they left. Then gone to Bermuda, them gone to Cayman, then gone to Barbados, some gone to America, some gone to Canada. They left. I know a family who every single one of the brother them can build house and a construction, and the whole of them migrate because there was no job in Jamaica. There was no prospect in Jamaica. Our economy stood still while the entire world was growing under Percival Noel James Pattison. So when we hear the minister last night saying that 300 young people now under apprenticeship at Heart Trust being paid to go and get the skill. They're getting 15,000 for transportation, 13,000 for stipend. Plus, when they finish, the job will be there for them. These are some of the initiatives that the government have to be doing because we don't have the skilled workers because they left the country. One PNP man from Dongamantigo BSA at 10,000 per day, him have to pay one workman for work on him place. A skill builder, 10,000. Because the man now come for less. Because the man is in high demand. We do not have the capacity. And that is because of the policies of Percival Noel James Pattison. He did not upskill the youth during the 18.5 years. He did not. He did not upskill the young people. He left nothing for us to do. When me left school at 18, even though I don't know me did have the little unwanted belly there, Percival never left nothing for me though. No, when my daughter at 18 leave school, she has so many options at her fingertip. She can go to college, she can go to Heart, she can go to call center, she can start her own business, anything. That was not possible under Percival Noel James Pattison. So there we have the minister talking about the CARE program. Let us talk about the CARE program again. Under the CARE program again. Under the CARE program again. Young people can now go and get a skill. Young people can now go and get a skill. And the same money we can get, like with the construction apprenticeship people them get. 15,000 for transportation, 13,000 for stipend under Andrew Michael Holness. These are some of the policies that the government have for young people. Me tell them, Joel, no dibby over squitty cannot debate me. No dibby over squitty cannot debate me. Me tell you that already. Because when it comes to research, me do my research. Me just talk up at top of my head. And this is just a little part. If me go back and listen to even Fayeval when she was a minister of education and the amount of policies and the amount of things where the government do for young people and for education, but wipe the floor with them. Because no other government have invested more in education than Andrew Michael Holness since 2016. No other government have done more for young people than Andrew Michael Holness since 2016. Talk about the LIFT program. The LIFT program now is for children with 5 subjects. Children with 5 subjects can now go on the LIFT program where this government is giving you 85,000 per month. 85,000 per month under the LIFT program. Which other government will never here do that? Me explain to you already when we left school at 18. If there was a LIFT program, would I jump on it? If there was a LIFT program when I left school at 18 years old under Percival, me would have jumped on the LIFT program. That was not available. Now the young people with 5 subjects can go on the LIFT program. There's a program for you to get trained and to get certified. LIFT program, 85,000 per month for young people between the ages of 18 and 29 under Andrew Michael Holness. So many things happening for young people. Let us talk about the STEM. Let us talk about the STEM program. I never know that word STEM until Andrew Michael Holness administration. It may be a new word, I don't know already, so I'm not bright. So maybe it did a long time. I never hear it. Under the STEM program now. And the STEM program is not only for university graduates. The STEM program is not only for people who go into university. The STEM program is extended to people going to art as well. The STEM program is extended to the art, children going to art as well. One never see that happen in Jamaica. When you guys ever see that happen in a Jamaica where picnic we are gone, remember say under PNP, art was looked down on, you know. Remember under PNP, at dance people go art, you know. Remember, you know. And under Andrew Michael Holness, children can now go to art to do something in STEM. No, guys. Follow me now. Follow me now, guys. Follow Munchibi now, please, and thanks. Last night, the minister said at her trust under the STEM program, they are doing something called mechatronics. Mechatronics. At first, me I hear that word, so me have to draw for me Google. Because that the word is never possible under Percival, Noel, James, Pattison, and one Lucretia Simpson Miller. So I had to draw for my Google, guys, because Google never failed me yet. Mechatronics engineer. Mechatronics engineer is a multidisciplinary field that combines mechanical, electrical, and computer engineer principles to design and develop integrated systems. It focuses on creating intelligent and automated systems often found in robotics. Want to hear that? I wonder if you hear we're going up at Archos NTA, labor rights. I wonder if you don't hear what is going on at Archos NTA. All PNP for debate me over Squitty Cadian. All PNP for debate me over Squitty when they never hear the word mechatronics before. No poor people pitney can now go to heart and do STEM programs. Mechatronics engineer designing and developing systems that work in robots. That is what Google is saying. Industrial automation and smart devices. Mechatronics engineers are involved in the design, implementation, and maintenance of these systems, ensuring their functionality and efficiency. You know, hear that? So now at Archos NTA in Jamaica under Andrew Michael Holness, Jamaican children can now go to heart and learn and develop how to program and operate robots. You know, talk to me. Talk to me, guys. Talk to me about Andrew Michael Holness. Free of cost lifestyle. Thank you very much. Free of cost. Free of cost under one Andrew Michael Holness. And PNP, I go talk about nothing now go on. PNP, I go talk about nothing now go on at the country, and time come. Time come for what? Time come for young people go on art, because in my time we did not have these opportunities. In the 80s, they did not have this opportunity. My husband tell me so when he left school in the 1980s, there was absolutely nothing for them to do. No, the minister said we have optoelectronics. Optoelectronics. This now is a field of electronics that deal with devices and systems that emit, control, and detect light. That's what you hear opto, you know, say ophthalmology, yeah, light. Yeah. Wanna hear that, guys? Me call for Google, so Google can tell me what the minister talked about last night. Optoelectronics. Up to electronics is being done at Artrust NTA in Jamaica, free of cost. You know what? Marlene? Some of the people in the diaspora who have them pitney in the diaspora who can't afford to go to college under Donald Trump, they should send one them pitney if you can go out. Some of the runaway comrades and even the labourites who have them children in the diaspora who cannot afford to send them to college under Donald Trump regime, send them home to come to art in Jamaica to get these skills. You only want to call yourself Jamaican when music time, or when food time, or when track and field time. Send home someone who pick from the diaspora, come go art. Optoelectronics is a field of electronics that deal with devices and systems that emit, control, or detect light. It's essentially the study and application of electronics device that interacts with light. So the device, you see, I am assuming coming on know somebody will tell me. And the device with them little electronic thing we then use to make sure we see light now in our bulb, or maybe in our solar panel. I don't know. Somebody soon call me and tell me. Oh, this is important and this is a big deal. This is a big deal, labor right? And these are the things that we should take and go and campaign on. That's why me I can't agree when I don't want to pick seat. When bloggers are pick seat, me I can't agree because we have the information to campaign on. This government has provided the resources and give us the information to go and campaign on. But before we focus on this, I see to now pick this and me I can't agree. Here we have a government under Andrew Michael Holness. Now the people of young people of Jamaica can go to Artrust NTA free of cost. And the mechatronics, this one according to Google, they're going to teach you how to program robots. The making and the programming of robots. And this one now is the device where you use to produce light. At Artrust NTA, free of cost, under one Andrew Michael Holness. What do you mean by time come? What do you mean nothing now go on? What do you mean not for campaign pan labor right? What do you mean not for make video pan? What do come no man? Come no man. We have an election to win. We have an election to win, and we have the equipment, we have the tool, we have the information. Come no man. This is what the minister said last night, and me make it up, you know. This is what the minister said last night. You can go and go listen on the Jamaica Labour Party YouTube channel. You can go back and go listen. So you can get the information, so you can make video and talk about it and tell the family member in the diaspora. Ask the family member in the diaspora which free school in America where you can go learn these things. Ask the family member in the diaspora which free school in America them can send them picnic go to mechatronics or up to electronics. Tell me. Ask the family member in a Canada which college or university in a Canada you can send on a picnic go get them an education and free of cost. Ask the family member in a England which free college them can send them picnic to go get them. You tell them to send one back them picnic to Jamaica to get these to qualify in these areas and come work in a Jamaica. This is what we should be telling the diaspora. Send one on a picnic where they are foreign when I do nothing. I say go on to Jamaica. Go art because art certificate is valid right across the country. Art certificate is valuable and valid right across the country. So to ask them when I talk about Jamaica and not now go on and time come and this and that. Ask them the question. Time come for what? Time come for send them to pick up a foreign. What they're going to problem. What they want to work. What up there do TikTok. What up there rob. Send them to Jamaica and tell them say go on art go get them skill here. Now the next thing what the minister talk about Jamaica is aerial robotics. Me kind of assume so that I do with the drone, but because I want to get the information correct, me Google it again. Because I saw no what some means, me go do my little research. Aerial robotics. That is what the minister said is been offered at Artrus NTA for poor people picnic free of cost. That is what the minister said. Free of cost. And not only we not charge them for go, we have paid them 85,000 a month to go and get this skill. We are offering young people 85,000 a month to go and get this skill free of cost. Aerial robotic, also known as drone. See me if people Google it, come here say from here aerial, I'm assuming it's the drone. And here we have this government again paying young people to go to university, to go to college, and to go to art to get this skill set required to operate drones. Aerial robotics, also known as drone technology, involves the design. Listen to this now, guys. It involves the design, development, and deployment of unmanned aerial vehicle. You hear that? What do you mean by not now one of the country? What do you mean by this Andrew Michael Holness government not providing and not helping young people? What do you mean? Come the man, no break up on the folly grounds. Break up on the folly grounds. And Ali said that was so me. Ali, I will have you know. Thank you for bringing that up, Ali. Thank you for bringing that up. Because me have my nephew in the JCF, so me can't tell you this. Thank you for bring this up. You see, the young people, them, in case you don't know, me tell you no, because some don't really know. Some people know, but some people don't know. That's fine. Because I didn't know either. The young people, them, who joined the JCF, who know one of things say Dr. Blake has sent them go do. Dr. Blake is now sending the young police to go to heart and do construction, do aerial robotics, do mechatronics, and do up to electronics. That is what the young police are going back to art to do under Andrew Michael Holness. And that minute you tell me. So first thing the government do, I capture them in the JCF. And when they come in, they send them a art, go do one of them something here. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Just like in America, where you can join the military, you can branch off and do other things. That is the same thing that the Jamaica Constabulary Force is doing. So I know every police, I go write ticket. I know every police, I go work with CTAC. I know every police, I go work in the office. Some police will be working with the aerial robotics department. Some people will be working with the mechatronics department, and some people will be working with the opto electronics department. That is what my nephew told me. Because my nephew tell me, say, a couple months tell me, say, a construction him go do. I mean, never happy, because I never like hard work. I never really like the hard work because, used to, love it. I tell girl, I'm going to do it. Go and do it. You need to have more than one skill. When you finish that, you can go but do another skill too. You're young. You're young. It's not like you're dunce. You have lots of CXC along with CAPE, including maths and English, because my nephew are not dunce. A lot of people think, say, people join the JCF because they can't get no work. Nobody without maths and English can join the JCF in 2025. So a lot of people who are tear down the JCF and talk about, I'm just take up like a young boy, them and carry or kill them off. Nothing like that. Without maths and English, you cannot join the JCF now in 2025. So don't listen to the PNP. Don't listen to the talking points from the PNP. If you don't have maths and English, you can sign up, but they not call you. They not call you maths and English. Qualified, educated people now joining the JCF. So my nephew come no come complain. I don't complain at me questioning, because I love questioning. He can't bother with me. He can't bother with me because me bother him. And I him, so he get to tell me. No, we say Dr. Blake send them now. Go get a skill. Either in a construction, in a mechatronics, in a up to electronic, or in a aerial electronics. You know, talk to me about Andrew Michael Holness. You know, talk to me about the government of Andrew Michael Holness. When I tell you, say PNP people have nothing to tell Munchie B, I don't think I joke me a make. Because this government, this visionary leader, Andrew Michael Holness, is changing the mindset of young people. Is changing the culture of our country right before our very eyes. Right before our very eyes. So when me hear Mark going on the political platform, Bertie, I say we labourite shameless. Me proud. I am shameless and proud. When me look at my nephew in a police uniform, I am shameless and proud, because when I was his age, me never have the opportunity. When me look at when I proud this moment for me, when my daughter start teachers college, because me never get the opportunity when I was her age. So when you talk, when what going say we shameless, Angela. We see your Gram Smagan get emotional today with his speech, and he saying wishing father could have lived for see St. Thomas. As so me feel when me see my nephew a graduate from the JCF. As so me feel, because I know that this was not possible under Percival Noel James Patterson. So when Mark Golding say we not shame Miss Love, we proud. We proud, so we not shame. We're proud, because I know that this generation under Andrew Michael Holness is changing life and changing generational curse. This, let me tell you something, guys, because I know me love pause and talk. My mother have 8 children, and only the Andrew Michael Holness generation going to university now. My mother can cock her 10 and say, wow, my grand put them in a college. Never know where I live to see that. And that is all because of Andrew Michael Holness. That is a man that is changing generational curse. Not PNP. We are walking to talk about one pitney from each family go to university. How them are going to reach? Without the qualification, you have to start from the grassroots, Damien Crawford, and that is why this government is investing in early childhood. That's why this government is training the early childhood teachers. That's why this government is building more early childhood institutions. That's why this government is bringing technology from early childhood to tertiary level. That is your change generational curse. Not by promising PNP people free tertiary degree. You have to start from the ground to get to tertiary. You have to start from the grassroots. So when you eat me up on a platform, I hear the PNP about, Mark Golding say I'm going to build pan early. When am I going to build pan early childhood say? What is Mark Golding going to do for early childhood that Andrew Michael Holness now don't know? What is Mark Golding going to do for early childhood where the government not doing none? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Because this government under Andrew Michael Holness, when Fable was the minister, have already started reforming early childhood. That's why the government is now looking to build more early childhood department for young people, and then not have to pay for them pick the gas school again. So now, under Andrew Michael Holness and Dr. Dana Dixon, we have the Tools for Trade program. We have the Tools for Trade program. When you leave art as a hairdresser, as a makeup artist and a nail tech, as a plumber, as an electrician, any little skill left with, and you want to start to buy up your equipment, instead of go thief other people equipment, instead of go broke people shop, the government is not providing. The government is not providing a grant to help you buy your equipment. And even though the government says 70,000, if it depends on the skill where you have, because in some skill set, the equipment expensive. So you can just go and get an invoice, put it to the relevant department, and the government will help you to buy these equipment and these tools. Under the leadership of Andrew Michael Holness. When you get trained, you can now go and get help from the government to buy your equipment where you need. Talk about education. When you talk about education, you have to talk about transportation. You have to talk about transportation. And this government under Andrew Michael Holness will roll out the rural bus program September morning. Every rural area, every constituency in rural Jamaica children will have access to a government bus. Every child or children from rural Jamaica will have access to a government-run vehicle. And if you don't get it in time, you will get a stipend to pay to go to school under Andrew Michael Holness. What have the PNP done for rural Jamaica? What have the PNP done for rural East, rural St. Andrew? What have the PNP done for rural St. Andrew? What have the PNP done for rural Manchester? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. When you talk about education, you have to talk about housing. You have to talk about housing for single mothers. You have to talk about housing for young people when they leave college. This government under Andrew Michael Holness have instructed NHT that 10% of every single house owner bill must be for young people between the ages of 18 and 29. The PNP talking about, Angela? What PNP talking about? This government under Andrew Michael Holness have told the NHT that moving forward, every single house owner bill must, 10% of that house or more, must put aside for young people between the ages of 18 and 29. And we already know about the benefits at NHT for them. The help with the down payment and the opportunity to refinance their mortgage. That you put that under education as well. We put that under education as well. So I don't know what the PNP talking about when they're talking about, say, oh, government now do nothing. And this government, without, first of all, as I said earlier, we need the construction workers. We need the construction workers so much because we don't have none. This government have invested $22.5 billion in scholarship for health workers. You remember what Dr. Tufton talked about that? Over $2 billion in scholarship for different specialist area in the health sector under Andrew Michael Holness. So instead of go to Cuba and pay people for coming, we are now training our people to do the job. We are now training our people in specialized area. $2.5 billion under the Ministry of Health and the Ministry of Education to train young people for scholarship. Different areas, different specialist area in the health sector. I remember me telling already about the STEM. Over 2,000 children now, they're on scholarship doing STEM. And let us not forget the summer job. Let us not forget the summer job. When we are going to school and a Percival, we not have permanent job, much less summer job. When we are going to school and a Percival, Michelle, we don't even have permanent job, much less temporary job. We not have job for most. What summer? What holiday? No wonder Andrew Michael Oldness. Young children between the age of 17 and 29 again can now go to work at the summer program. When you are all of the people who grew up under Percival, you tell me which summer job, if you don't have a politician family member or a family member who have a business, we have to stay away yard and plant grass. We have to stay away yard and stone mango. Which work? Either we parents have us carry the bush, we parents have carry the coffee farm. I remember one year my father carry the coffee farm, you know. And me help my father pick coffee all time. And when the fortnight come for me get my pay, my father don't even look at me. A bottle and nearly dead and nearly roll off of the hill, the coffee farm. No jobs. No jobs. And now under Andrew Michael Oldness, between the ages of 18 and 29, you can now get a summer job. And my daughter got one when she was going to high school, and my niece get one last year. So I know like say a make-up story this. If you don't have a family member, who work with government or have a family member who have a business place, dog, nyam your supper. No wonder Andrew Michael Oldness, every single young people can get a job. Without prejudice, without knowing nobody. My daughter just sign up for a job and then call her to come work. My niece never know nobody don't have fear work, don't have she go work at the bank. And then she just sign up and then call her. My niece said they even offer her a permanent job. But her father said, no, go to college. Under Andrew Michael Oldness. So when Mark Golding say labourite not have no shame, we are very, very proud to say that we have no shame. When we look at the work of Andrew Michael Oldness, and this is just the Ministry of Education, you know, and this is just less than a quarter when me, you know, because me telling you already say, me just a focus on this tonight. Tomorrow night, they go come with the next person and the next person and the next person for the rest of the weekend. They come every single night for the rest of the weekend. These are just some of the things that the government is doing in the Ministry of Education. So we don't have no shame, Mark Golding. We don't have no shame, and we're very, very proud. When we see we picking them got benefit from the policies of Andrew Michael Oldness, we don't have no shame. When we see Grams Morgan brought to tears out of St. Thomas, we don't have no shame. You see the one Fenton Ferguson non-performing member of parliament. Michelle call him up on the stage. He shouldn't ever go up there. No, hey, PNP not no shame, you know. Because all of me know when Michelle call me not go up. Me not go up there. Me not go up there because me know say nothing good. No, Michelle try it, you know, lighten the blow, you know. She said, when I was here in no, Michelle already, you know, she not easy. When I was here in 2015, when I was here in 2019, you said that you're not gonna let me come in the constituency, and when we were breaking ground, you said, you know, so Michelle gone already. But here I am now. Man, shame like a dog. The man shame like a dog, Ali. We gonna pass this guy embarrass yourself for Fenton. Me not, if I'm not going up there. Me not going up there because I know say nothing good she call me up there for. You heard Michelle? Zero where I come from. But look at we know. The zero meaning Fenton, you know, you're Michelle no when she want to look no bad. No, I'm not talking about you. Yeah, Michelle, I'm not talking about you. Mister. Come here, MP. Come here, MP. Make you wicked so. Come here, MP. You know, see a wicked doer. We said the lady call up the man and style the man at the most. Guys, you don't know what that's somebody styling at the decent way. You know that's somebody shame you. And they shame you and you don't realize that they shame you until they're gone. And that Michelle do. Jesus! And that Michelle do, you know, guys. Michelle shame him and the man never realize. Michelle said, in 2019 when I came here, you was here and you told me that you will not let me win. Well, look at me now. I'm here. I won. Then here Michelle no zero me I come from. Look at me now. My God. Jesus God. One Michelle Charles, me I tell you. No matter what you want to say about her. One Michelle Charles, me I tell you. Lady now kill up herself. The lady has shade you quietly, decently. And then me guys, me see the one comrade popcorn. I say happy to see you in parish. I'll lift, I'll uplift. I never expect it from him, you know. Because I don't know him a PNP. I don't know him a what. But me see one shameless popcorn. I look upon him. You know, you're from the one chronic law yet. Chronic law come like some big holy that him big and fat and stink and one beard. If I'm like chronic law, me go lose some weight. Him big and so alike. But anyway, guys, moving on. Moving on, guys, to the final topic. Moving on, I want to bring this to the forefront of Marlon Morgan and the Jamaica Labour Party bloggers. This have absolutely nothing to do with Darrell Vaz and the government, because government are government and party are party. Government are government, party are party. When Marlon Morgan going to the Senate, Marlon Morgan is a senator representing the people of Jamaica. When Marlon Morgan put on in green shirt, he represent we, the bloody labourite of a tribal kingdom over here. So I want to bring this to the attention of the labourite bloggers and one Marlon Morgan. I don't call him for me, guys. Don't tell me if you're in a chat and call him. Even though in a chat, he say me I call him. All right. So there was an article in Nationwide, because I don't know now sitting at the Gleaner, because the Gleaner cover up the PNP. There was an article, Labour Rights, in Nationwide on May 5th, 2025, and it was entitled Energy Ministry Concerned JPS May Sue If Companies in the SEZ Sells Excess Electricity. How many of you guys, meaning how many of you labor rights, read this article? Uno find Marlon Morgan it? A female, this me I call him both. How many of you read it, Miss Renz? Did you read it, little Miss Renz? Talk to me, text me. Now the article reads, the Ministry of Energy is concerned that the Jamaica Public Service Company, JPS, could mount a legal challenge over potential selling of excess electricity among companies operating in the special economic zone. The issue is outlined in a brief provided by the ministry to the Joint Select Committee reviewing the Electricity Act. According to the technocrats, such an allowance to SEZ to businesses could trigger a challenge by the Light and Power Company. However, both government and opposition lawmakers agreed that limiting SEZs in such a way could threaten their viability. In its submission, the Ministry of Energy says the Electricity Act of 2015 authorized the issuance of license exclusively or non-exclusively for electricity activities covering generation, supply, distribution, transmission, and dispatch. However, it notes that license issued to JPS in 2016 grants the company the exclusive right to supply, distribute, and transmit electricity across the island. This functionally impairs a proposal to permit developers in special economic zones to self-generate and supply electricity to occupants within the SEZ and to the national grid. The ministry technocrats warn that if the proposal is effected during the term of the current license, any such allowance is likely to be declared a breach of contract, giving rise to a claim on the part of the JPS. This is unless the license is modified by parties. Speaking at a recent Joint Select Committee meeting reviewing the Electricity Act, opposition spokesman on industry, Anthony Hilton, says such challenge could hobble any potential SEZ investment. The government and JPS are now in the opening stages of reviewing and renegotiating the Light and Power Company license. The ministry recommends that terms surrounding the distribution exclusivity must form part of the upcoming renegotiation. Guys, wanna follow what me I say? Make we talk now. Marlon Morgan reach send out a message to Marlon Morgan and the Labour Right team now, please, because me realize say when the PNP do anything wrong, or when the PNP make policies and sign contract, Miss Bowen, that hurt the people of Jamaica, the Labour Right them sweet, like we don't want to talk about it. You understand, little Miss Renz? When the PNP sign bad contract, that is now coming back to bite the people of Jamaica in the ass. Me not hear from Labour government and me not hear from Labour Party. What is going on? Now here we have a situation before us this evening where the government hands are tied because of the contract that was signed by one Philip Paulwell. Philip Paulwell, sign away the rights of the Jamaican people in January 2016. I mean, not understand, I mean, not hear the labor rights them attack, but who never hear the news. The government wants, because, let me explain this to you. The People's National Party gave JPS an exclusive license where them alone can distribute electricity in the country. That is what the PNP did in 2001 when they sold JPS. I don't know if it's because they were desperate and nobody never want to buy JPS, or I don't know if it was a sweetheart deal and a kickback. I don't know. I cannot say. But in 2001, when the PNP was first selling JPS, they sell every goddamn thing, including the distribution line. Now, when the first company was selling to the second company, they did the very same thing. Now, the Electricity Act that was signed and that was put in place by the People's National Party in 2015. Philip Paulwell again. Anybody who knows Marlon Morgan? What the Labour right them there? Eh? Where the labourite them there? You think say under Labour Party? Who do you think say under Labour Party this could have sweep under the rug? Who do you think say this could have sweep under the rug under Labour Party? Yes, Miss Renz, 2016 in January, Philip Palmer signed this contract because we won the election in February. So Philip Palmer run and go sign the second contract before we win the election. They gave JPS Kirk an exclusive right to guarantee profit, and they are the only one that's supposed to distribute energy in our country. Now the PNP, the PNP have an electricity act. Who don't say that business people in a certain economic zone, in the select economic zone, can generate them own electricity and sell to the grid. And remember, you know, that is in the Electricity Act, you know. That is in the SEZ is in the Electricity Act, you know. They have the permission. But what is now confronting the government and the people of Jamaica? When the business people then set up their own electricity and they generate enough electricity, they can't sell to another business company because of the contract that PNP and Philip Paul will sign. Because of the contract where PNP and Philip Paul will sign in 2016, we cannot get cheaper electricity. The business people them cannot get cheaper electricity, and without the business people, the economy cannot grow. When you come to labor, right? No wonder Philip Paul was so busybody. No wonder Philip Paul will have bounce up and down because he knows say this is to come, and the people of Jamaica will hear when inside of where we rights. No wonder the Philip Paul will so unease. No wonder Philip Paul will come on, man, guys. This need to be talked about. This need to be talked about. So based on when we are reading this article, you know, guys, the government is now suggesting, guys, that business people who operate under the special economic zone, they can be allowed to get in their own equipment, generate their own electricity, and sell it among themselves. And not only that, the government want to do it publicly too for us, the people of Jamaica. The government want to set up a system where they can now distribute electricity to us. We must take away the distribution line from the JPS, Mr. Vaz. Time come for us to take away the distributing line from the JPS. We are now at a crossroad. The people of Jamaica, we are now calling on our government who we vote for. If the JPS don't want to play ball and free up the distributing so that everybody who have money can buy them solar and generate the electricity and sell to the grid, they must be asked to sell us back JPS. You tell me if you don't agree. You tell me if you don't agree. If JPS is not willing, to renegotiate that part of the contract, we must to them say, all right, we're at a crossroad, sell us back the company, because the people of Jamaica tired of Uno. The people of Jamaica tired of Uno JPS. PNP and Philip Powell sold away the rights of the Jamaican people in 2000 when they sold the distributing line to that company. No, it's not a situation where me a push for the government take over JPS, you know. Because any company where the government run down always full of corruption and thief, you know. So me now push for the government run it. I am saying to the government and to JPS, meet us in the middle. As Daryl Vaz said, the contract we not get from Philip Powell, we cannot expect the same contract from him. As Philip Palwell, the contract with Philip Palwell grew in 2016, Darrell Vaz is now saying to JPS, do not expect that same contract. The mood of the country has changed. The finances of the country have changed. We now have a prime minister under Dr. the Honorable Andrew Michael Holness who are still saying no to JPS. Free up the distributing line and go about to the business. Free up the distribution line and go on about on a business. You cannot have a monopoly on the distribution line anymore. You cannot. We, the government under Andrew Michael Holness, will now set up a system where we generate our solar energy, and when we have enough, we want to be able to sell it to the grid. We want to be able to sell it to the grid with no pushback from JPS. They have to free up the distribution line. No more monopoly. And I am telling my government, and I am telling Darrell Vaz, the people of Jamaica is looking on, and we expect a good deal. We have until July 1st to put it in writing what we want. And I know that Darrell Vaz is competent, and him have competent people at the helm, and we are expecting a better deal than the one that Philip Palwell got for us in 2016. When Philip Palwell sold away the rights. Philip Palwell knew about the Electricity Act when he signed that law in January 2016. He knew about the Electricity Act. He knew about the special economic zone where the investors can now come in. For example, guys, you notice all of the snacks them and all of the juice them and the soda them what we are drink come from Trinidad, because Trinidad have a low energy cost than us. That is why our government is saying free up the distributing line so investors can come back in the country, so we can start manufacturing more things in the country at a cheaper cost, so we can grow the economy. Because the Chinese will come, and the Chinese will set up shop, and the Chinese will bring in the solar panel, and we will get cheaper energy. That is what JPS don't want. You don't know what the Chinese are going to roll in. You don't know what the Chinese are going to spend money and set up solar plant and distribute energy cheaper to the people of Jamaica. We outgrow JPS, to be honest. To be honest, Ellen, the people of Jamaica outgrew JPS, and that is just a fact. That is just a fact. We have outgrown JPS. We want a better deal. We want a better deal, and if JPS is not willing to give us a better deal, they can prepare to sell. Because the people of Jamaica will not take lightly to a new deal with we, the people of Jamaica, we the paying customer, paying for people who thief light. The people at the paying customer will not be smiling to the polls if we ever give them another contract where we, the paying customer, will have to pay for the thieving people them down a jungle. The paying customers will not smile all the way to the polling station if we, the paying customer, will have to pay when there's a natural disaster in our country. The people of Jamaica will not be smiling all the way to the polling station if we have to continue to pay JPS bill at the rate of 160 to 1, depends on how the US dollar go up. We must get a better deal. We must get a better deal, and we, the labourite, must call out Philip Palwell. We must call out Philip Palwell and this contract that he signed and left for us in 2016. We must call the radio station come Monday morning and make video and talk about this deal that Philip Palwell signed in January 2016. January 26, 2016. I miss one dirty comrade. You may dirty labor. No, dirty labor for we. Miss one because I never know if I call the comrade then. I go come in on my inbox and I go tell me, say, at 2016, the contract signed and we win. Me say, sir, a quick Google search. Me say a quick Google search. Would I tell you? A quick Google search Would I tell you? Say Philip Paulwell in January 26, 2016, just before the PNP lose the election, the PNP and Philip Paulwell signed the contract. And not only did they sign the contract, they were the ones that negotiated the contract 2 years before. We must talk about, let me tell you something. When I call Marlon Morgan for me, let me tell you something. Labor rights. Let me tell you something in closing. Me now go long. You see, JPS bill, a kitchen table issue. You see, JPS bill, a ballot box issue. Okay, see, people who appear JPS bill, we are very, very disgruntled. We are not happy with JPS. So we have to make sure that we show the people of Jamaica that we are fighting for them. We have to make sure that we point out to the people of Jamaica that the Jamaica Labour Party and Darrell Vaz is fighting for a different contract and a better contract for them. We must not sit silent. We must not sit silent. Nobody can sue you if you don't have the facts. And the fact is there. Philip Paulwell signed the contract January 26, 2016. And this is the contract that is coming now to bite us in the ass. Why we not talk about it? Why are we not talking about this? This is ballot box issue. This is middle class issue. The paying customers are not happy. We must point out to the people of Jamaica. We must make the people of Jamaica know. I don't hear Anthony Hilton. You hear Anthony Hilton. I don't hear Anthony Hilton because now he can't say nothing else. He can't say nothing else, guys. What else am I going to say? What else am I going to say? What else Anthony Hilton I going to say, guys? Because he knows say a Philip Paulwell signed the contract. He knows. He knows. So he can't find no way to spin this and blame the government. He cannot find any way to blame this Darrell Vaz and the government. So he's talking about, Fisher, the PNP have nothing to offer. He's suggesting that the courts decide. And then hear him. Spokesman and industry Anthony Hilton says such a challenge could hobble any potential SEZ investment. Philip Paulwell never know say it would have hobble any in potential investment. Philip Paulwell did not know that this contract that he's signing would hobble any potential investment. Don't ask him that. Ask Philip Paulwell and the PNP when he was signing this contract in 2016. He never knows they were starting at the way of investment. All of a sudden, you got to talk about such JPS exercise their lawful right to sue the country. It has got able investment. JPS have all right because they have a solid contract where Philip Paulwell sign and give them. JPS have a solid contract that was signed by Philip Paulwell. So, you going to come now and talk about another cause? We're not cause JPS. We're talking about Philip Paulwell, and we need to point out to the people of Jamaica that when the PNP is at the helm, they make bad decisions that hurt and harm the economy and harm the people of Jamaica. As a matter of fact, Marlon Morgan, and we talk about this topic in the Senate tomorrow. You are APCA. I want you and APCA to bring this in the Senate to the talk about it because this is very, very important. Want to say team, want to tell me if me I overreact. Want to tell me if me I overreact. Because you know when you talk, the news take it up, you know. When you talk, the news pick it up. When we the blogger talk, the news not pick it up. When we the blogger talk, mainstream not pick it up. So when Marlon Morgan are one of the senators, bring it to the forefront tomorrow in the Senate. Make this be talked about over the weekend and going into the election, the people of Jamaica must know, since 2016, PNP and Philip Palwell sign away the rights of the people of Jamaica. Now them a pretend like they don't members see them do it. You know, say, the business, the most negative thing when an investor is coming into Jamaica is the cost of electricity. When a person comes to set up a business here, whether it be hotel, whether it be a manufacturing, anything, their overhead cost is the most expensive thing, cost of electricity. And yet still you, Philip Palwell, took that right and gave it to JPS. No JPS, no, when the government is saying that, well, we're going to know that we have enough people that is doing solar and doing other things. Them can sell it among themselves for a cheaper cost. No, we're potentially looking at a lawsuit. No, the country is looking at a potential lawsuit because of the policies of Philip Palwell. Because of the policies of Philip Palwell, we're now looking at a lawsuit. Remember the last time we have any upgrade in electricity of our country, and when Edward Siaga do the barge out of Harbourview, you know. The PNP not investing in nothing. We must put this to the front of the line. We must put this to the front of the line because I don't know what is. Gleaner not bring it. Gleaner not bring it. I don't even think Observer bring it. Only Nationwide bring it. We must escalate this to the front of the newspaper. We must escalate this to the front of the newspaper. And I'm calling on my team. I'm calling on Marlon Morgan tonight. Escalate this to the front of the newspaper. The people of Jamaica must see what Philip Palwell said in 2016 and left give us. We must hear about this rum punch. This must be talked about. This must be a discussion. Because Philip Palwell in 2016 signed over complete everything to JPS. No, and I like back in the days, you know, guys. When the country never have no money and we are suffering, you know, and we have to go capping and a beg, you know. No, under Andrew Michael Holness, our economy is strong. Our country is strong. The people of Jamaica is educated. And we want to remind the people of Jamaica that just in 2016, and a long time story, this, just in 2016, when the PNP was in government, Philip Palwell in 2016 signed away the rights of the Jamaican people. And now the government is looking at facing a potential lawsuit if the government move against JPS. And no wonder Philip Palwell so busybody. No wonder Philip Palwell so busybody. Every minute he might talk about contract. Every minute in Ghana about, oh, the government is behind. Oh, the government. Then time they not tell the people of Jamaica that in 2016 he signed away with rights. And we don't know under which, or if it was because of sweetheart deal. I don't know if it's because they were so desperate. And nobody JPS was in such a bad state. The electricity was in such a bad state in our country. They had no choice. Because remember, you know, guys, when the PNP sold JPS in 2001, you know, it was immediately after FinSac. When they FinSac the country and we had no money and they have to be selling out every single thing. I don't know why PJ never sell himself. Why PJ never sell him and Omar sell? Why they never sell themselves? Immediately after the PNP FinSac the country and mash up the economy and 40,000 businesses went under, some people flee. Then after them done, they were looking around for what to sell and they say, all right, now we're going to sell this, we're going to sell that, we're going to sell this, we're going to sell that. And that's so then get to sell JPS. And I don't know if it's because of the bad way or the company was in. Make them sell away we right, and we don't know if it is a sweetheart deal. And we may never know because we don't know. But we are saying that they got a bad deal for us in 2001. They got a bad deal for us in 2001. And then after they get a bad deal for we. In a 2016 now, just one couple weeks before the election, because the election was in February. And Philip Palwell signed this contract in January. And Philip Palwell again sold away the rights of the Jamaican people. Was it a sweetheart deal? Did he get any kickback? We may never know. But we need to make the people of Jamaica know. Say Philip Palwell in 2016 sold away the rights of the Jamaican people. Now we are looking at potential. See at the paper, guys. Energy Ministry concerned JPS may sue if company in SEZ sells excess electricity. So based on the contract where JPS get from Philip Palwell, they can only sell certain amount of electricity. Certain amount. And I want to tell you, say, guys, based on the contract with Philip Palwell signed, the people, the private people at the SEZ get cents on the dollar for them electricity when they sell to JPS. It don't work nothing. Can't even buy a sweetie. It can't even buy a sweetie. And when they sell to JPS turn around and sell it back to us for millions. That is the deal where PNP signed with JPS. Ask anybody who have solar if a lie me a tell. Ask anybody who sell to the grid if a lie munch be a tell. When you sell to the JPS grid, they give you nothing. They give you nothing. You can only sell to JPS thanks to the deal with Philip Palwell signed. You can only sell to JPS. You can only sell certain amount, and they don't give you nothing. It's a practically giveaway, and then JPS turn around and sell it to us for millions of dollars. What can go so? This is untenable. This cannot continue. This cannot continue. And that is why Darrell Vaz said that the deal that JPS got from Philip Palwell, they must not expect that same deal from him. He said it. That is why I mean, not worry. I am positive that Philip Palwell will get us that Darrell Vaz will get us a good deal. I am positive, but we still need to load this up. Why did Palwell and PNP rush to sign the contract? Nobody knows. Nobody knows. We can assume, we can make some assumption, but we don't know for a fact. But based on the details of this contract, Glenn, one can arguably say that it could be, or it might have been a sweetheart deal. We don't know. We don't have the facts. And we cannot assume or speculate or point no finger because we don't want to so we. But based on this, it don't look good. It is not a good look. It is not a good look. Because more and more companies are moving now to solar. More and more institutions are now moving to solar. University of the West Indies must move to solar by 2027, along with UTech, along with a lot of schools. The government is planning to run the schools on solar. What will the government do with this excess electricity? When we overproduce, who will we sell it to? If PNP give JPS exclusivity and we can't sell to them, cannot continue. It cannot continue because the country is moving to solar. And we need competition in the market. We are moving to solar and we need competition. And this government under Andrew Michael Holness will provide that for the people of Jamaica. When you hear Mark Golden, I go talk about how when PNP farm government, them go provide solar for people in a community and people who can't afford. Where them go sell the excess amount of electricity to? Who? Can't work unless we fix this when Philip Palwell left you. It cannot work unless we fix this and when Philip Palwell left. for us. We cannot have no economic growth in the country in a meaningful way unless we fix this with Philip Paul we left for us. Because any business will come, any businesses that comes to Jamaica must make a profit, because businesses are in the business of making profit. Nobody now start no business if they not make no profit. When people come to Jamaica and build a hotel, they come to make a profit. When the Chinese come here, they come to make a profit. And the overhead cost is so much, and they pass it on down to the customers. They pass it on down to the customers. Now, if we have a plan B, or then we have options, then that would be better for the country. If Price Smart know say, if they set up a solar panel and run them business, they can sell the excess amount to different people in a Portmore. Price Smart will invest in solar. I'm putting it to you tonight. Let's go. If Price Smart in Portmore know that if them put up solar and then generate enough and they can sell to the neighboring community near to them, they will set up shop. It is profitable. If Megamart in Mandeville knows they set up solar and then generate enough, they can sell to Manchester High School, they will do it. But nobody now go spend no money in a big and a meaningful way and invest in a solar. And then when them have excess, JPS give a little nothing for it. I know your JPS is the thing where Philip Powell sign say then cannot distribute to other businesses. That cannot work. So I'm calling on my bloggers in the Jamaica Labour Party to please help me to broadcast this. Your people are saying, we must call Cliff Hughes Monday. Me try call Cliff Hughes Monday. But we want more people to call him as well. And we want people to make video about this as well. We must highlight this to the people of Jamaica. We must highlight this to the people of Jamaica. Because we need to remind the people of Jamaica that when the People's National Party form government, they don't look out for people. They don't look out for Jamaican, ordinary Jamaican. They don't look out for middle class. They only look out for themselves. It is always a sweetheart deal and a kickback. It is always a sweetheart deal and a kickback. Always a sweetheart deal and a kickback for the People's National Party. So guys, we have done so much tonight and we had a very, very good discussion tonight. Thank you so much for joining Munchie B Talks Politics tonight. 483 over here and you can't even click the like button. We feel like say at the PNP them over here in the alley. I feel like at the PNP them over here because them know so this platform, I said the platform you're not gonna wear now grow. I mean only have 4,000 subscribers, but yet still then come over here see me because they know so this platform is where you learn things. This platform is where every now and then we go off a truck and cuss the PNP, of course, rightfully so. Rightfully so. But when it comes to facts and policies, we can always count on the Jamaica Labour Party platform to provide it. So guys, thank you so much for watching Munchie B Talks Politics. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching, like, subscribe. Thank you for watching the ads. It has been a wonderful program tonight. See you tomorrow night, same time tomorrow. I'm going to try come on 8:30 again. And the next day we're going to go through the town hall. We're going to talk about the policies and we're going to make sure say we put the message out. Look here, guys. We don't know if you realize the narrative now that is being said, that the Prime Minister is putting runs on the board. The Prime Minister is putting runs on the board, and we, the blogger, need to put runs on the board as well. The Prime Minister, the administration is putting runs on the board, and the JLP need to put runs. Me go over squitty, yes, but me not debate. Come not prepare for no debate with no idiot. The Prime Minister is putting runs on the board, and we, the blogger, need to come together and put runs on the board as well. What is confirmed? It's confirmed. What is confirmed? Yeah. We have to put runs on the board, regardless of how we feel about certain things where we're not happy with our party. We must make sure we put runs on the board. No time to be distracted now. Runs on the board, runs on the board every single year. I'm going to tell you something, guys. The people them who offended and talk about oh me say them on a blogger last night. When I know say sometime when time I head take me talk everything. When don't need to get nothing personal. When know sometime when me head take me I go talk all bag and things. But at the end of the day, all of we upon the same team. What are we in a green shirt? What are we a labourite? What are we a support Andrew Holness? So we don't even take what me say as gospel because I don't know me love those stuff chat. Me don't mean nothing. Everybody do good work. Everybody a blog. Everybody a talk about the party. Everybody a put in the work. All me I say runs on the board. Exactly lifestyle, good intention. I mean, so now say, much say I'm a blog like a shell on a blog. No. So because I'm upset last night, I don't know, sometimes I'm upset, me not engage brain to mouth. I don't mean anything. We're all doing a wonderful, amazing job for the Jamaica Labour Party, and we must continue and we must secure the third term. Mark Golin say, we will come together and win, and then we can go back and fight after we're done. We will come together as labourite and block for the party, even though we have differences, because we know say Andrew Michael Holness is the government for the people of Jamaica, and with Andrew Holness at the helm, Jamaica win every single time. So I apologize if I hurt anybody's feelings last night. It was never my intention. I mean, no harm, me not eat nobody, me not have nothing against somebody. Please, me I beg you, make you come on board and fight for Jamaica on behalf of the Jamaica Labour Party. Thank you so much, and good night.